Shout out Cool Nuts, Dre Steve, and Maniac Love, man. Portland's on, baby. Shout out to y'all, baby. Y'all know what we do, man. We about to get y'all that stuff, man. We here, baby. Hey, we here, man. Finally, tonight's episode of 36 all week. Brought to you by MLN. What up, baby? 217 Northwest 2nd Avenue. The hottest Latin bar in downtown Portland. I'm telling y'all, man. The hottest Latin bar in downtown Portland. We gonna probably get our champagne bottles for y'all. I think it's important. Hey man, give it the money, man. Give it the money. Hey, Mark, hey! Funny Bobby Court, man. All that muscle. Funny Bobby Court. I got a muscle challenge for you. What's up? Hey, coming up on the show. We all give you a little. Hey, be smooth. We got the little challenge ready for you a little bit. Yeah, we got it ready. Be smooth. We got the little challenge ready for not right now, but a little bit. All right, cool. Muscle challenge. Muscle challenge, huh? Hey, bring out the pinkies out, baby. Pinkies out, baby. Pinkies out, baby. Watch the wheels, man. Baby. Watch the mic. At home, baby. Shout out to viewers. Let's go. We do this for you, man. Let's do the viewers. 36. Today's episode, man, again, is brought to you by Suavecito! 217
Northwest 2nd Avenue. Yes, it is. The hottest Latin bar in downtown Portland.
The hottest
Latin bar in downtown Portland. When you walk in, man, you feel the whole vibe, man, the whole drip.
Yes.
Like you said before, man, love at first sight. I'm telling you, the whole energy, man, the whole experience, man, just the crowd, right. Man, the service, the drinks, the food, great quality everything. Food, the music, everything, man. Right. It's a real good spot to be at, man, especially on the weekend, man. Definitely. 217 Northwest 2nd Avenue. Cannabis, cocktails, conversations. We here, we live, baby, we live.
Yeah, how we in
the flesh, we live. I'm your guy, Fast Gordos. Look at this lovely crew. We have some great folks here, man. Look at this lovely crew. Yeah. My guy Ronzo, he jetpacking here.
Yeah, bullshit. He's coming in like that. In his ass, Rondo. What's going on?
Shout out to our guy Ninja at home, man. You know Ninja.
Shout out Ninja.
What up, Ninja? This thing, man. You know we love you, baby. You know, salute.
Shout out Ninja.
Salute to Ninja.
Shout out to Fish on the Stick. The champagne toast was brought to you today by Fish on the Stick.
Fish on the Stick.
Shout out. You can go visit Fish on the Stick, 157th and Gleason. They have some amazing fish. So y'all make sure y'all go up there. Like I said, 157th and Gleason, man. Y'all tap in. Fish on the Stick.
You got the word. The guy Fast Gordos. Before I go on to my nice, lovely guest here, wait from here, I'm gonna pass to the left. Hold on, before I go, you gonna go my man to the left. Go my man to the left.
Shit, ain't nobody. I'm just Samurai Sam. I'm first in command. I'm gonna give it to you firsthand. We're gonna keep it a grand. This Cannabis Cocktails Conversations, where we you might come for the cannabis and the cocktails, but you stay for the real ass conversation.
Tell her what it is, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Charlie Raw. We just like to thank y'all for just tuning in. And, we want to have a good time. Want you to have a good time with us.
Okay. Yeah, man, it's your guy first, man. Like I said, your first option, second to none. That's all I ever say, man. Welcome to the show. I'm going to pass it across the table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? It's your boy, The Law. I want to do something before I pass it now. Or in the motherfucking court.
Go, y'all heard the law. Y'all heard the law. What's going on, man? It's your guy, Big Money, man. Appreciate you viewers for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that bell notification. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. So enjoy the show. We appreciate y'all. Love. I'm gonna pass it to my Ronzo ain't here, so I'm gonna pass it to my left anyway.
Shout out to everybody that's here hustling, man. Of course, this is International Women's Year. We give y'all the whole year. We love, we appreciate y'all. We can't live with y'all. We can't live without y'all. We love, we appreciate y'all a lot, man. First and foremost as well. Man, shout out to the Blazers, man.
Hey,
straight
salute,
season to
man.
play
They got in there, huh?
Straight
They got in
season
there.
to play
Go
off,
City,
baby.
baby. Represent.
P-Town stand up.
They
Go
down,
City.
Oh.
got it.
Baby,
Hey,
we
man,
bring
shout out
6
to
episodes
Dame,
straight.
man.
Support,
Dame
man.
been holding it
Yeah,
down,
they
man.
really held him down, man.
What I love, I
man.
feel like they really be getting these
Milestone.
roses. Like motherfuckers really be putting respect on his name. Like they really be solidifying and
But
really
the
be
league
giving
don't.
They
recognition.
got to.
What
Facts.
you mean?
The league
Like,
don't.
I don't know. I
The
feel
league's
like
big
old
giving
people
them
can
that.
respect. Like LeBron respect him. I feel like Kevin Durant respect him. Like I feel like the hitters should matter to
I
me.
think you're right, but before we go right there, the man in the middle.
Yes,
The man in the middle.
sir. Yes,
Man that got a
sir.
gun. I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds real quick. I just seen Ronzo bust through the door. Come with some drone and jetpack.
Go to the other side.
Took the jetpack off like that. You dropped it on there. Dropped it again. Tell them who you is so you came to see.
Come on, come
So
on,
as
come
we
on,
say,
come on,
Hustle
come on.
Smoke. As you know, I am Joey. Joey is me. We're not gonna call it that. We're gonna call it Joey Joe. As for my man Fats, once again, it's my pleasure to be here. Like I said, I've told a couple of the members of the panel here. I've tapped into more than a couple of the shows, and my first and last shows, man. I can't wait to tap in with these brothers.
All right.
Hey,
Shout out,
money,
baby.
man. Let's go ahead and get this money. No doubt. Thank you for having me, and thank you, Portland.
Oh yeah.
Joey Joe, hustling smoke.
And now let them know where you come from, though. Where you from, though, man?
Man, so I was born and raised in the Bronx. I had stayed out there for about most of my life, my formidable years. I guess from I had 10 years old, I had moved to Queens and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's where I'm from. So honestly, coming out here, it was definitely a big culture shock. Huge culture shock.
Right,
Huge culture shock. Now let's
Why?
get that out the
Why?
way. Let's get out the way.
Well, you had a lot of blacks in your neighborhood or something. There's a lot of whites over here or something. Like, really?
Nah, honestly, hey, you'd be surprised, brother, because I actually heard a lot about kind of how Oregon is with that side of things, but obviously I ain't give too much fuck about it because I'm here now. You know what I'm saying? Come for me if you may. But anyway, I definitely heard a lot about how it is with the with the racism and the but I thought way past that. Fuck that. You know what I mean?
Right.
My thought was just to come out here and do something.
Right.
I'm gonna start with that.
So why Oregon? Let you hear why Oregon?
Man, so I actually had visited Oregon a year or two before I moved out here, and I had the time of my life, man. I was very few times in Oregon I could say that I felt any type of pressure or I don't know. It hits different coming from New York, where kind of the stereotype of New York is that you some ice grill in a cereal box ass dude. Right. You know what I'm saying? You might try to get to work at 8, but you ice grilling the person in front of you at 6 in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So coming from that and coming out here and sometimes I even got to catch myself, man. Oh, maybe he not looking at me a certain way. Maybe he just looking at me.
What the fuck does ice grill mean?
Like just mad dog, you know, you grilling, you mad at the cereal box.
You
wilding out.
Like,
You know what
I
I'm saying?
don't get that energy as much out here, thankfully. But out there, man, it's like I said, coming from that and coming here, it's a whole paradigm shift for sure.
So being from Brooklyn, of course, like you said, hearing all the stereotypes, hearing the stereotypes. It's like, conversations, man. We see some behind the scenes, you laugh sometimes, man. We say something, man. We live, man. We are the only hottest hustling live podcast show in Portland, Oregon. But now, come from New York, you know, of course, the Bronx, you know, that's one of the boroughs, correct?
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the boroughs.
Yes, sir.
So, in your life, your terms, which borough do you think is that one that really represents, you know, that New York, like this, you know, this borough here, you got more hustlers.
Man, listen.
Well, tell them real now, your folks.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Of course, never.
What's borough?
There's no stock in lying to you, my brother. But all I'm gonna say is that, you know, not to get too much into the politics, because, you know, you could say this area is harder, and then the gentleman over here is like, nah, man, them dudes ain't touching these dudes or us, and, you know, so we ain't gonna get too much into it. But me personally, like, one place that I definitely was actually the Bronx. So, you know, for example, just to get into it a little bit, I know you asked about the hat.
Right.
So these guys are actually a clothing brand that started in the Bronx, Famous Nobodies.
Okay.
And they actually collaborated with Compound, Portland.
Okay.
So that's why you see the little, you know, Blazer logo. Shouts out to the Blazers.
Shout
Hey,
out to
listen,
the Blazers.
I'm from New
Sir.
York, man, but hey, I show love to the Blazers, man.
Yeah.
I was gonna wear my Dame jersey, but I wore it already. I can't wear the same jersey twice.
Yeah.
I can't wear the same jersey on camera twice.
Right.
Because, you know, they gonna say that's the only jersey I got. But, hey, but you know, going back though, it's just like I said, it goes back to just a huge paradigm shift, brother. Like, so, you know, these guys, they started the hat brand, and they're actually, I wanted their clothing brand. They're about, I want to say 2-3 years in now.
Right.
And man, just watching them grow, supporting them from the moment they open their doors, and maybe not directly supporting them with my bread, but actually tapping into what they got going on. Right. And, you know, it's definitely some stock in looking into what a company mission statement is. Right. I mean, we buy Jordan, but we don't put a motherfucking Jordan mission statement.
Right.
And it's like, man, like if we could just do something that minor, like we might actually be like, man, we might be a little more reluctant to give up that dollar to this or that, you know, and just spend it, as opposed to just knowing what the fuck putting our money into, right?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go up too much more in the tangent.
Right now, you're allowed to set a Cannabis Cocktails conversations. I got Ronzo ain't tapped in since the name.
Yeah, Ronzo.
Right. Yo,
Ronzo.
you all right today?
John.
Hey man, I'm sorry I'm late, y'all. I just be trying to make some money.
It's all good, baby. It's all good. You don't know about no apology.
Man, like I said, man, y'all know my slogan. I ain't 8 shows, I am here.
Hey.
Shit, I mean, you was here. You was late, but you here, man.
So Joey,
you know, he was gonna tell you something. Hey, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
So Joey Joe, Hustle and Smoke, man. Hustle and Smoke podcast, man. I seen your shit. I was on your shit with you, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey. Oh, let's hear this. Let's hear this.
I'm playing, man. Let's talk about that. Nah, go.
Yeah, let me hear it. Let's hear it.
Sometimes it's so surreal sometimes, because sometimes I just be, man, it's so crazy, man, because, you know, I have my 9 to 5 and stuff, you know, and we say 9 to 5, but the shit have turned into a 9 to 9, 10 to 10. Goddamn, I ain't gonna sleep for the next few days because I gotta work. And it's like, man, the podcast just be like such a therapy session, bro. Like, and it's crazy, man. Like, I forgot you was on this shit. I drank my first glass too fast, man. I'm not saying I thought y'all, man, listen now. You know, man, I'm trying to keep up, man. I thought y'all said I was going to do it. I'm trying to show face up there, man. I can't be out here taking it. I thought y'all was going, one of y'all was going to hit the O. I'm like, man, let me hit it first. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So listen, so being from the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Like, always you heard about the Stoops and shit, you know what I'm saying? The handle Stoops, whatever, we heard about, you know, going out there, you know, hustling, busting Lucy's and shit like that. What was the day-to-day life for you, like in back home in New York, man? From the Stoop to your day, man.
So I mean, personally, man,
I heard you was catching bodies.
I was doing
we heard you big on the streets, man.
Officer Foley, I know nothing of what these guys are saying.
Keep it around, baby.
I have my Bible in my left pocket, my crucifix in my right.
What's up after that?
But
Day-to-day life for you.
So honestly, man, it's very synonymous to what my day-to-day is here. Especially the older I got, like, mom's never really put too much pressure on me to get, and honestly, maybe a part of me wish she would have, because, I definitely stayed home a little longer than what one would like, or whatever the case may be. And I mean, at this point, it's like, I ain't at home no more. So it is what it is. I'm gonna talk my shit about that. I can turn lights on and off my house now. Fuck out of here. Moms ain't telling me to put this toilet seat down no more. Right. If I want to keep it up or down, I'm gonna do it. So, I say that to say. Go ahead. Oh, that's my fault.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. It's on you. You got the floor.
I'm talking my shit, man. My fault. Anyway,
talk your shit. Talk your shit.
Hey, I appreciate you guys. But, it's like, it's just, now I'm not in mom's crib no more. So now it's like, it's definitely from a different level. But back home, I was keeping up.
How old is you?
45-hour schedule.
How old is you?
25. Yeah,
You're live on 7 Cannabis Cocktails Conversations.
Yes, sir.
We're going live with Joey. Joe Hustling Smoke.
Hustling Smoke.
What's up, first? How you doing, baby?
Oh, nothing, man. Speaking of Hustling Smoke.
Hey.
Man. We're going to go ahead and take it to another level. It's about time to 5 to 7, man.
5 to 7.
It's brought to you by Local Variety, baby.
Local variety. They come through that variety of fire, man. Fire ass Mac job with a rush. I got over here hustling, baby. So what? Keep hustling, baby. So what?
Oh, sure, man. Oh, you cut that quick.
You're live on 7 Cannabis Cocktails Conversations.
Shout out to Juma Black.
Shout out to Juma Black for the setup. Shout out to Local Variety as well. Man, so go ahead, man. Some of that scoop. That scoop, like, man.
So let's get this energy out, man. Let's go. Finish that out, man.
So basically every day I was working. So whether it was that little Walgreens job that I had from like 18, 19 to like 23, like it was always something to do. So my stoop life was more like, after those hours, once you either I put in whatever amount of hours, I came home, I had my nice little section on the side in front of the garage, because moms, we didn't have a crib in Queens. We had a nice little apartment though. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So the apartment was a building and we had a nice little, garage fixture, whatever. And I would just sit right there and smoke my bud, man. And, one thing that I want to tie the stoop life with is, and it might actually play a part in the move that I made to Oregon, was I was actually smoking one day and, a lady from my block, yo, bro, I must have known her since I was like 12 years old, bro. Walked past me a bunch of times. She stopped and told me, she like, man, I could tell you a real like nature loving dude. And I said, man, like that shit always sat with me because I'm like, yo,
that's that movie shit.
Yo, bro, like
Mr.
Miyagi walk past you like,
you start getting at her and shit.
Let's go about it, and you're like, holy shit, this is Mr. Miyagi talking to me. Hold up, I might have to listen. So it
found out y'all didn't have this out there.
Oh, listen.
It's good as
right. From Local Variety. I tell you what, we definitely ain't having
Local Variety. Locally
Yes,
grown in Oregon too, Northeast Portland.
Yeah.
Locally grown in Northeast Portland. So hey, that stoop life, man. I'm talking about like, how many honeys on a day walk by the stoop, man? How many honeys on a day?
I mean, man, come on, man. It was never not a surplus, a shortage of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was always like, and it's crazy because I've learned this, now coming all the way to Oregon, like the same characters have different faces. Yeah. It's like you would think like, oh my God, this guy don't live in this skyscrapers no more, so life would be totally different. Like, nah, it's the same difference. Like the guy that's named Omar in New York is probably like Peter here. You understand what I'm saying? But he's doing the same shit that Omar's doing. You know what I mean?
But it's a much faster pace in New York.
Yes, and it's easy to get sunk into it. So here, like I've noticed that it's definitely slower, but it's cats that's living fast-paced lives out here.
You
No
gotta
doubt.
adjust.
Hey, yo, shout out to all them cats.
You gotta
man.
adjust.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like that's one thing that I've definitely reflected on coming out here. Like, just not only the embrace of gentlemen like yourself, but going down the block and seeing what some of these dudes is out here pushing, man. That shit is motivation, man. It's like you would think, man. Like,
hold on real quick. I was
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I hear what
Tell
you
me
said.
shit, man. Go ahead.
I feel you. I had to cut you for a minute. Just because I want Samurai Sandal to chime in. I think he got a nice, good question for you. I'll get you the whole thing as well. The shit.
I mean, shit, I just got some high shit. I just got a bunch of high questions. I came in here with a lot of thoughts in my mind and shit. I heard a lot of new talk about vaccination, Johnson and magnets and shit. I know Johnson had anything to do with making vaccines and shit. And I just get to smoking weed and be having a lot of questions. Shit don't be making sense. Shit don't be adding up, and it's just
Throw it out there, bro. Come on, man.
shit.
Enjoy a question.
Kind of questions with your crowd. Hey,
Hustle and smoke,
ask
man.
everybody, chat, answer.
Hey, if you're smoking with us, man, drop that tree emoji.
Oh yes.
So
If you're
Joey
drinking
Joe,
with us, drop that glass.
I know. I heard you mention your mom. So you were raised in a single parent home.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yes, absolutely. Hey, man, and I have no quarrels about it at this point. Like, it's definitely something that I feel like everybody needs to like sit down with themselves about if they're in that situation, obviously. But like, I've definitely had an ample amount of time to just accept that, mom's did what she could, man. She did an amazing job, and now it's like it's up to me to rewrite.
Shout out to moms, man.
Oh man, I call my moms right now. Man, stop playing, bro. My mom's like Wanda Durant, man. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing, man.
Yeah, man, call her.
Call her live right now.
So we know New York just legalized weed out there, right?
Legalized cannabis.
So that's actually something that I'm very interested to tap into from this side of things, because I still talk to a lot of the cats out there, man. The from the trenches dudes, the dudes getting it here, there, everywhere. Right. So, and my thing is, man, like, how is New York gonna react? Because New York gonna be New York. We don't know how they react. But it's like, you gotta think, you legalizing cannabis, it's like, man, who are you undercutting? Whose hands is not getting fed here?
I got a high question for you.
Go ahead, my brother.
Are we still slaves?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Explain.
But listen, it's like it takes a certain type of person to sit down and really think about what we not really go through, but what we're exposed to on the day to day, and think about like situations that maybe we look the other way about. Like, we think, oh, nah, this is just the hood, or this is just how shit is. It's like, shit is not normal, man.
You saying it's just it's modernized? It's
very much like
to make us think that we free. It's the land of the free, but the whole time we still.
It's to make you think how you think right now, how you think we still slaves. It's not to make you think that you're free. It's to make you know that you're still a slave. That's how I look at it.
And you can't do nothing
But
about
they
it.
do it so subtly, bro.
Yeah, I'm a runaway.
I'm a runaway slave.
But hey, we ain't running no more. We standing this time though.
Stand tall. Shit.
We done all the running. We done all the marching. Freedom
What
costs
you
money, man.
think? What you think about what Kanye said about slavery?
So-
option? Since we still slaves.
It is an option because
So listen.
I said it's an option because you figure you have one who they call master and then maybe a wife, but you had 40, 50 slaves. Why can't you overtake that? Why can't you overtake that house?
You can't have two masters.
Go ahead, Russell.
But I'm saying as a collective, why stay being slaves?
Because of the house niggas.
Oh, they divide.
It's not enough.
because of
It's not
the
enough
house
people
niggas.
getting up.
It's
not
because of the
enough
house
people standing
niggas, bro. You gotta understand.
Mhm.
The house niggas,
That's the norm.
it was a norm. It was a norm
Yes,
to
sir.
put us against other people
Yeah.
because we wanted to be in the house, but we didn't want to be in the house and be labeled a house nigga. We wanted to be free, but then house niggas knew that they weren't free. They automatically knew it, so they were accepted to it while those fields.
So you saying it's the same right now? Niggas ain't stepping forward. Niggas
Yep,
ain't.
exactly, bro. Niggas wasn't trying to come together. Niggas was trying to come up on niggas' backs. That's what it
We're
was.
allowed to have Cannabis Cocktails conversation.
That's what it was, bro.
Before I pass over to
In
Jalen
that
Big
voice.
Money,
In that voice.
we're going here on the show. Hang on, real fast here on the show here, man. When we conversate, then we libate, we meditate, we hydrate.
That's right.
So man, shout out to the Hydro
Shout out
boys.
to the Hydro
man, for
boys.
nice quality H2O water right here, baby. Everybody on the set hydrate. Everybody here. Everybody hydrates, man. Y'all hydrate here. Stay woke, stay alive.
Shout out to the Hydro boys for this.
But wait, can I ask
This
a question?
amazing water. You can ask a question in just a minute, but right now we're gonna go in the air. Brought to you by Gourmet Brothers. If you haven't
Shout
been
out
to
to
Gourmet
Gourmet
Brothers, 733-9 Northeast MLK. Y'all go
Shout
check
out
out Gourmet Brothers. In the air is we tap in with the viewers. We let y'all ask whatever questions y'all want. We got Joey Joe here from Hustle and Smoke.
Hey,
Y'all shoot y'all's questions at him. And we just politic with y'all, man. So we are in the air, man. We are live and uncut, man. What's up, Joey Joe?
I want to bring it back to you. So, how do you feel on the subject? Because you raised the question. Now, I want to see you. I want to hear your input, big dog.
I mean, I feel the same way y'all feel. Yes, we're definitely slaves to keep it short. I mean, I can elaborate on it, but I can go so deep with it.
No doubt.
We'll be in a rabbit hole.
We'll take us to that rabbit hole. We in the air, baby.
Yeah.
We in the air.
Dig
Stop
that
digging.
hole. Dig that
I
hole.
mean, shit, damn, I can't smoke my weed and just shit.
No, don't spit it out.
I want to hear about what's up.
Yo, that's what I'm saying, though.
No, we got viewers. We got some viewers that might want to know. They want you to go to the rabbit hole. Let's go there. Even it might be a few steps down, but
I don't think
we
it's
can go down a
If
little
we
bit.
still thinking
I don't think it's
slavery,
slavery.
I think if we still thinking slavery, we looking for another excuse.
I just say it like this. I think I heard KRS say some shit like this. And I watched him on YouTube a long time ago. Let's say 500 years from now, right? We're looking in on the 2001 times, from whatever, 2021. And it says shit like statistics like, the majority of black people, Mexican people of color, didn't make as much money as these white people. A lot of them were in these jails and institutions where they did a lot of free labor throughout their lives.
Oh God.
And they had these systems
Which
built
is
against them.
legalized slavery. But go ahead.
So like if you reading all the shit that they got against us and shit, all the shit that they doing, and you paying attention to all the sides, and you woke and shit and conscious of all the shit that's going around, and you reading about this 500 years later, and you look back on that, you like, damn, this shit's still slavery. Like when you start looking at like these niggas don't make money like that or not. I mean, don't get me wrong, we have our Jay-Z's or this or that, but don't get me wrong, just us as a whole. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just really just having power and calling shots.
Go ahead, one question.
So let me tap in with that real quick. You know how they say America was built on the backs of slaves? And when you look at it, it technically is still built on the backs of slaves. Like you said, free work, free labor. I mean, and so it's always been built and it still is being built on the back.
So should I really just say, why the fuck ain't niggas like, hey, why the fuck we still slaves? Why the fuck we ain't start tearing shit up?
We are though.
Why the fuck?
Now. We are now.
OG.
I don't know.
Hold on. OG.
We have to deal with the mentality still, you know what I'm saying? Because if we still thinking with the same mentality as our ancestors, with that same mentality, then yeah, we're going to still be enslaved. But some of us understand and know that shit was back for then. It's a whole new thing going on now for those who really
You got rights to
understand
bear arms and shit? Is what you saying?
You got a right to do what you
But
want
see,
to
we
do.
thinking about the
How I feel, you got a right to do what you want to do. It might be consequences. I don't know, because somebody might think what you doing ain't right.
Consequences.
But still, I'm just saying, you got a right to do what you want.
I like that, OG.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, because I mean, like I say, I feel like that too. Like if you still thinking like that, then we haven't progressed. Like if we still thinking that we slaves, we haven't progressed as a people. Number one. The reason why I say this is because when we do get something, we don't come together. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers won't support you until it's valuable for them. You know what I'm saying? They won't support you from the beginning, but they'll support you when it's like.
Neither is the white people.
Huh?
White people don't support you unless you bring revenue to what they got going on or anything.
And we still go though.
But they gonna
So
use.
you
But they gonna use what we ain't willing to use.
And what's that?
Pretty much is
There
each
are
other.
resources that they're not giving
Each
us.
other. We got a camera people. We got a camera crew. Hey,
But wait,
This
respectfully,
shit, this shit that they gave us, it don't make sense to me. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because I had a homie that was trying to get a car and he had the money cash. And he couldn't get the motherfucking car.
You can't.
Because they said something about some credit shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole cash and credit shit don't make sense to me. The whole thing don't make motherfucking sense.
If I can cash out for it, why I need?
Why the fuck you gotta ask me about a credit card and all this other shit? Bitch, take my motherfucking money.
You're allowed to say Cannabis Cocktails conversation. We're in the area getting loose.
I like that, Sam.
Joey Joe has something to say. Joey Joe mom was thinking. Joey Joe.
No, I like that you said that because the consensus is that people that advocate that, slavery is still a thing or is going off the perspective of finding an excuse. But I mean, I honestly just see it for what it is, man. I mean, it's still like how Samurai just said. His homeboy had the money, man. It's like I know if I call the plug and I say, man, I want he tell me he can't sell me, and I got the money, I'm gonna be kind of offended. I'm gonna be like, huh?
Not me. I'm
gonna
say,
go somebody else.
Oh no, amen. But
I'm not gonna be mad.
All I'm saying is that
freedom though? Like it's just a bunch of bullshit. All this is a bunch of bullshit.
I'm just a huge advocate of just if we gonna be in this world, then we know that the odds is this way or that way. Man, just work your ass off to switch the odds for you.
And it's their game. It's the game that you guys trying to play with them. Like if they're a game, everybody say, black this, black that, but yet they still,
Why are we playing the game as a people?
Because your kids go to their schools, your kids get taught their education, your kids start working at their jobs.
Based off of how they tell you.
But whose fault is that?
Your kids working at their jobs. Your kids not owning jobs.
So if I wanted to,
your kids going to school from grade school to college, which they get learn everything. The same thing they're teaching you in high school.
That's what COVID teaching.
It should have taught you back in middle school.
Oh shit, dude! The pandemic taught us that if we got smart as a people, bro, we could literally run.
This is our opportunity.
We went to their schools and all that because we don't have schools.
No, people was running back to them.
We don't.
They is. The athletes are starting.
What school? If we wanted to, we could have been started a school in the hood. Look, we have people. We go to the stores, right? There's always a gentleman. You might say he's a bum, but he might be saying some shit.
Right.
I'm telling you, look, the hood is a school, brother. Right. You know how many people have never stepped foot in an institution and made a killing in life?
Right.
You got to marvel at the fact, man. You're like, man. Dude is crying over one D on their report cards, and it's like,
as black people, we don't own shit. We don't own schools. We don't own restaurants.
Say that.
No doubt.
Bring that motherfucker. Say that again.
Nothing to send our
Why is that important? Why is that important?
But listen, though.
It's up to us to change that, fellas. It's up to us.
Listen, see, you guys see school as a building. I see school
That's
as
right.
knowledge.
Right.
You can be in a park and have school.
Right.
You don't need a book or a classroom or books. That certain
That's
books.
exactly
You
right.
can be in a park.
You send
have
your
school.
kids to school?
No, homeschool. Before this COVID thingy, my son, yes, went to school. My daughter goes to a homeschool private school where it's like I can walk in there and sit in the same classroom and sit and be in there all day.
Well, that's some ill shit.
Why?
It's private.
If you can school them yourself, why send them to school?
Because
In a private
there's a
school. So a private
responsibility
school means
behind
that
that, though,
you're
big
paying
dog.
money for it.
We be involved in what they get taught, how to teach them. So it's like we're involved, but I can't be there 24/7 around 5 businesses. I can't be there 24/7.
But your kid can help run your business to where you can be around 24/7.
Yes, sir. My kid can't be a certain place I can go to. My kid can't go to the weed dispensary. My kid can go to these bars.
Talk now.
You can stay at the house and do some paper.
But you gotta understand though. You teach your kid just nothing but business. We not teaching our kid the aspects of life. You know what I mean? Because we
not the aspects of life.
We push this white agenda. I'm trying to tell you, we push this white agenda on our kids. Like, you got to do this, you got to own this, you got to own that, and we take away what they really should learn as kids and as children.
Which are morals?
Morals, because we don't have no morals as kids nowadays. These kids don't have no morals. These kids don't have no
business will
code.
teach you that.
No,
because
business doesn't.
teach you communication skills. Because you can't just go up to nobody and just.
What
say
can business teach you as far as life itself? When you run into
If I don't know you, how I get in your pockets?
Ooh,
I have to mingle. I'm gonna have to mingle with other people to know how to.
Exactly. That's a communication skill.
But business alone can't just make you a better person in life, bro.
Right now, they're teaching you how to manage money.
You can teach you how to manage money, but are you teaching them how to manage themselves as far as up here? That's what we're lacking.
At the end of the day, we gotta own some shit. Period.
We gotta own shit, but we gotta own our own minds, bro. We're pushing this white agenda on our kids, and we're talking about teaching them.
But he's saying part of that white agenda is important, though. Some of the business aspect.
What I'm saying, we was always, hey, regardless of what we say, we was always kings, whatever. We always was rulers. We had shit. So to come from nothing, no, we came from something. We just got to realize that we came from something. Once you realize you came from something, then you're going to begin to carry yourself in a different way.
Bro, you're alive instead of Cannabis Cocktails conversation. That's a real good point there. My guy Joey Joe Hustler, Smoke is here. How you feeling, man?
Man,
we're in the air right now. How you
this is
feeling?
surreal, man. This is surreal.
Lights, camera, motherfucking action, man. Thanks for coming on for real,
man. No, thank you for having me.
We in the air right now, man. But like,
you guys are amazing, man.
I hear you guys' points. I do hear you guys' points. You know what I'm saying? I feel what Rouse was saying. I feel what First was saying. My thing is like,
yes.
My thing is like, I'm thinking about business. I think it can grow you. At the same time, it can hinder you if you're holding on to something that's not moving. But it can grow you as you work. Like First said, it can help you manage money, your time, your schedule. Like I fuck up with my scheduling.
Me too.
The most simplest shit I think it is my scheduling. You see what I'm saying? So I'm too open at times to see. Okay, I can break this schedule here. I can break this day here. Go down, meet this person here. No, I have to stop, get shit laid out. Get your iron out, get certain times.
People can come in.
People can really get a hold of me. You see, that's important. That's why I learned that as a business. You gotta separate your personal and family shit from your business, man. You really have to. So your business can grow you. It really can grow you mentally and physically. Shit, it can grow you. You know, you're allowed to set up Cannabis Cocktails conversations. We just in the air, man. How everybody feeling?
I'm feeling good.
I want deep.
Who you think you was coming with?
I want to piggyback on what you were saying.
Come and get this shit.
I want to say I feel what you're saying. So I guess I wasn't clear as far as I was saying. When we push this business aspect on these children, as far as you gotta be an owner, you gotta own this, and we don't know. We just teaching our kids.
You mean we telling or we talking and we're not showing?
Yeah, we're telling and we're talking, we're not showing. You can, and we own businesses as people, and it's harder to get our kids to really understand what a business aspect is as children. Now,
as figure it out, though. You gotta figure out sometimes. See, like I said, everybody can think it's this way to do it, this that way to do it. I told you, man, I don't brag like this. We started this motherfucking podcast with one fucking laptop. I jumped. I didn't know about the whole business aspect. Yeah. I didn't have an outline.
Right.
Like our production company, you know what I'm saying, helped us out. Like, man, you got like them. I'm like, damn. Okay, for our topics.
Right.
Now I thought I could jump in. And me and Samurai Sam was up for hours smoking and drinking and having a conversation with two ladies, man, some months ago and shit. and the shit was live. So it's like sometimes you got to jump in and figure it out like everybody do.
Right.
McDonald's to jump in and figure it out.
Right.
They jump in. What's up, First?
I was just saying, like he said, our production team showed us that. They was telling us that. Now we respond to them weird. Oh, this shit ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's some bullshit or whatever. You think they gonna give a fuck about after that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They'll say, okay, just keep doing it. We just keep running the camera. You know, motherfuckers. You know.
What I see now, like I see what you guys are saying, and it's golden. It's golden opportunities. Because you guys have a better understanding as far as my generation. But that older generation is what I'm saying is when they talking to us, it's more about they're just doing this. Because we don't got nobody who's actually stepping.
Because their times is different. They didn't have opportunities and the doors and shit. It was different.
So with that being said, like you said, the business aspect is when we jump into that business aspect, we just teaching our kids, like I said, we pushing that white agenda. Why can't we push our black agenda that we have that's underneath them?
So is a black agenda not business?
A black agenda is business, but a black agenda is always business. We're always going to be business. We can't not be business.
Here's where I see the difference, though. Those that's telling you to get a business, right? They working right now, right?
Not for the business they want to work for.
No, but I'm saying they working, right?
Right.
So you see that lifestyle ain't getting them to where they want to be.
Exactly.
So that's how I look at it from that point of view. Like I take the knowledge, because if they in that situation. If they in that situation,
talking, man.
Listen, I listen to people that's in situations. I don't listen to people. If you ain't never been married, don't talk to me about marriage.
Oh God, bro,
I
please,
don't want to hear that,
bro.
I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? If you've been married and you've been divorced or whatever, I can listen to you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because you're gonna give me some real experience.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really like I listen I listen to people that's in it. If they in that situation right now and they older than you and they telling you to get a business, hey, yeah, I will follow that because in a business, man, listen, you get your money up front first, then you pay everybody else last. So now when you make $100 sale, you know what I'm saying, you getting the whole $100 and you dictate how you gonna pay whoever working for you.
So to water it down, you saying if I got a bitch and then my bitch friend, she's single and she ain't got nobody, that means she should listen to you and take no advice from her. If she ain't got nobody, she's single. That means she ain't gonna take no coaching from somebody who's single.
Like he's telling the watch when he cut the water.
You got a lot of Cannabis cocktails
I'm gonna drink
conversation.
to that one. I can drink to that one.
Hold on. Joey Joe got something to say.
Bro, I'm really piggybacking on my man right here all night, man. Because I like what you said. How damn, man, give me a second. I got a lot. I got it. I love this shit, baby. I think we.
Joey Joe has to smoke, baby.
But nah, man, a lot of my life, man, I can't say I ever been through anything crazy, too dramatic, but I've always listened, man, and like that's why, like, I feel like I've learned so much just by learning what the next guy had to say, man. Because the next guy tell you what trap he fell under, and then you know not to fall under that trap, but you gotta be willing to receive that game, though, man. And that's where the bridge comes in, though.
So a lot of people listen with this.
So
they ready to bet on the next guy.
They listen with this.
You
see what I'm saying?
They listen to respond.
You got ears.
They don't listen to hear.
You got ears. 2 ears to hear, man. You know
One mouth to speak.
So you got to hear, man. You close that mouth for a minute and hear.
People listen to respond. They don't listen to hear.
Right.
They so fast. They're so fast to like to defend themselves, defend themselves, and come back with something like them. But the whole conversation wasn't meant for that. The whole question wasn't meant for that.
Coming from
who? Spit it out.
Coming from a motherfucker who let argue.
Yes.
He humbled. It's not arguing. It's constructive criticism.
Right.
You're allowed to set a Cannabis Cocktails conversation. We're in the air with Joey Joe. With Hustle and Smoke, Joey Joe.
I mean, there's a difference between constructive criticism and arguing, right?
Yeah.
But where do we? The question is, especially nowadays, where do we bridge the gap there? Like, where does it become not constructive?
This is especially. So we talk. Let's speak in the scenario of family. Let's speak in the scenario of family issues with close.
When you got to keep telling them,
and you got constructive criticism. I mean,
I like that.
No, it's hard, right?
Big
You're like, man,
like, bro.
I ain't telling you no more.
Hey, man, how my outfit look? Oh man, your outfit, man, it look like shit. You should probably wear this. Yeah. Now, if somebody else come back to me and then I come back at them, then that's an argument. But if I'm just giving them, my honest opinion, it's constructive criticism.
But you see how dudes be set off by just that, though?
Oh, so give me some constructive criticism right now.
But sometimes they don't ask.
Oh, shit, you see, he literally got to be ready. I want all the time. Get on the side, everybody else.
I would respect that. I can respect that.
I'm saying, so if people are still, responding like angrily or can't take the criticism that that person is giving them, they're not listening to hear. They're listening to respond. Right. That's why they get so angry in the moment. That's why they get so angry. So once you give them that constructive criticism, you just let them know, hey, man, I think you can do better this way. You know what I'm saying? Try to do it that way. It's constructive. Now, it may come off a certain way, but how it come off is how it come off.
But that's how you tell somebody. They gotta ask you that question first in order to be constructive criticism. If you just coming up and saying to somebody, that's you just giving your opinion.
No.
Yes,
Wait.
If they don't ask, if I don't ask you your for what your opinion, and you come up to me and just blah 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 blah. That's not constructive criticism. I'll have to ask you first. Hey, what do you think of this right here?
So you understand then if you tell somebody their outfit is terrible, then they didn't ask your opinion, then you're in the wrong.
Exactly.
They be ready to say
OG want to say about this. OG want to say about this. Real fast. OG and then Law. OG down here.
OG and then both of them are right as far as I'm concerned. Because if I just come out and tell you your outfit ain't right, I'm just tell you how I feel. Maybe you didn't want to hear it, but it's something I feel. I just want to tell you. But then again, I could be wrong as far as he's concerned. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's about
perception.
Perception. You got to be. Everybody don't take things like you say. Sometimes you give a compliment, and they might not accept it as a compliment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to cater how you give it and how they perceive it can be two different ways.
Hold on, real fast. I'm gonna go law first and make a Samurai Sam.
Man, what was the question, man?
He got real fast. Samurai Sam, what's up? Come to your question, and we go back to the law.
Shit, I was just gonna say some more high shit.
That's a personal question, man.
Go ahead.
About slavery, man. We're slaves to the modern day slavery we are is to debt and taxes. I don't care if you own a business or you work 9 to 5, you're gonna pay your taxes in the day, right? But I think people of color, man, they go to college. Sometimes I think it's useless because when you go to a fucking job interview, they tell you you're overqualified. How can you be overqualified for a fucking job that you went to school for?
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? It's the white system, man. It's that system, bro.
But listen to that. They only tell that to who? They telling you the truth in front of your motherfucking eyes, and you ain't receiving it. They telling you overqualified for what we do. Go do something bigger.
I understand that.
You original shit.
Go do something bigger.
Original shit.
That's what I'm telling you. Y'all gotta start taking when they telling y'all the truth right in front of your face. You gotta receive that shit. Go do something bigger. You know what? You're right. This
You should. You know what? You right. You know what? God damn,
I
right.
wasted 4 years, but shit,
I
you're right.
understand
Let me go do something bigger than
But
this.
man,
shit.
do you know how hard that is when you're not
Hey, I'm
always in
transforming my
place?
mind right now. I'm in the zone, man.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
There's people around me that be giving me good shit. They feed me good shit. Now I receive this shit, man. And I'm telling you, hey, man, I'm taking it for what it is, but I'm taking what they saying and hearing it though. My ears first. You know what I'm saying? So when they tell you I'm bigger than this, thank you for that compliment.
Go ahead,
Like
George.
you said,
Hold on, first.
I wouldn't have told you if you didn't go to the
Nah, man, but what all I have to say is, and that's why I made the move, man, because you start to have those thoughts, and then you look at your environment, and it's like below you, bro. And that's not to say that you're richer than every motherfucking body or you're more high class. It's just like your mind looks at it differently, and you're almost like, damn, why am I still here? And you still seeing the guy that you always see every morning at the store. Like he starts to look like, man, what the fuck are you, a statue, man? Like, goddamn, go home.
So
you just said it's in your mind.
question for you then. So, okay, so being from, like I said, New York, and you make the move to Portland. I'm pretty sure you bounced around somewhere else first, then came to Portland. Do you think you're more successful in your hometown or out of your hometown?
So, I mean, honestly, I feel like it's too early to call. Because honestly, every day I wake up and it's a different bag, bro. Like some days, man, I wake up, I'm like, man, I gotta go to work. I'm dreading it. I might still have some other shit on my mind, but I go and keep pushing. I keep pushing. I wake up one day, you're like, man, I'm gonna link up with you. I said, all right, man, that's cool, man. I'm like, shit, man, my phone, my line open. If I'm alive, I'm gonna answer. You know what I'm saying? God forbid. But all I'm saying is that you go through the bad to be able to wake up the next day to see the good or the bad. You know what I mean? And that's really what I base it on, man. Because like I said, man, I put it on my backpack and did it, bro. Like it ain't nothing to it, bro. Nah, I mean, I don't got the Playboy mansion or nothing, but man, I got some colors in my lights. I got some jerseys hanging up. So. I'm not living the lavishly, but man, I'm doing good for myself. I feel good, man. I can look at myself in the mirror. I walk in the crib, man. Yo, welcome home, kid. It's me. You understand what I'm saying?
You're allowed to say Cannabis Cocktails conversation.
That's why I stopped, man. I had to give it to you on that one. That's the perfect time, man.
We make the day, man. You make the day your opposition, man.
You make the day opposition.
You make the day your opposition when you put yourself in that mental position, like we slaves. You make the day go against you, man. You gotta make the day go for you, man.
I'm gonna switch the temple up for you. I had to challenge with the band and the song on the line.
It's gonna come now for you. Is it here? Banana song lime here. Banana song lime here.
We got one.
So banana song lime here.
The end challenge. All you gotta do is put it right here. Go ahead and crack it. That's all you gotta do. That's
I'm
the
good
challenge.
on that. They gonna crack it here on the shower.
That's what we scared to coming out. Good doing.
I ain't cracking it. Who's gonna crack it?
You already know we scared. Who gonna go ahead and let's challenge?
The man himself.
I know I can
The
do
main
it.
man, Fast Gordo.
Thank you,
The
Fast
main
Gordo.
man, Fast
That's
Gordo.
so live.
Come on, Fast.
Bring it there, so live.
I'm good on both counts.
Gordo.
Bring that so live.
Come on, Jill. You muscle man. You can do it,
You're
Jill.
allowed to say Cannabis cocktails conversation. They trying
Come
something new. Hey, shit, he bringing in, dropping in shit. We ain't trying to shit.
Hey, we are in the air. You never know what's going to be in the air, bro.
I know
What you were saying over there, man?
I just want to know where he got the answer.
You never seen this online?
Like a magician, this guy. Magician.
Security
Oh, it
cat.
comes
You
along.
know what?
I'm good on
What a
that.
banana.
Yeah,
The banana right there.
Gotta play.
You gotta cut it.
Oh, I'm
You
good.
gotta cut
Flex
it.
it up.
He's
Now
like,
you gotta
good.
try here and live on Sunday Cannabis cocktails
Yeah,
conversation.
Try this challenge.
Yeah, it's
This is for the viewer. This is
Weird in here,
different.
chilling, man. You from the world, man. All the New York teams out there, man.
This nigga said we sit here chilling, man.
Shit, I'm not
He
trying
said you're trying to take me away from my element. I will not allow it.
What's
I
up,
was
man?
sitting
Bring it
drinking
back,
that salt
man.
lime.
Where we
No, we
at,
here,
man?
we here. Wait for the banana salt and lime challenge real
While we
quick.
waiting,
I
though,
enjoy
man.
joking. Go ahead and tune in to it.
Who else want to tap in with what we were saying though, man? Law took it back to the slave. We touched on that. You know, I like his view. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we do need to be enjoying that homeschool stuff, man. Like with your kids, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I had experiences. I was able to kick it with my kids more. You know what I'm saying? It was dope to me. But I had already done it before the pandemic started. We was already 2 years in with the homeschool, so my kids was already, was already doing it. So I just kind of,
boy.
but that's how I kind of felt. It's like, no, I want to be around my kids more. I don't need nobody else to. When I need help, then I'll, get a little bit of help. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, let them learn business. Let them learn, because you learn better when you're at home. You're at home, you learn better. When you're around like your dad or your mom, back when you was younger, you felt more confident being around. I did. I felt confident when my mom or dad was around.
My mom was at that building and was like, if they had 10 oranges and Bobby gave me 5 more, how many do you have?
Hey, look, hey,
Get your ass
what? I got 8, Mom. I'm not getting this answer wrong. You're not gonna hit me.
You must
Come on, be smooth.
You must
You have to do what you have to do though, boy.
Yeah, man, for
You already
real.
knew, man.
Niggas are counting their head.
Yeah, well, I was Cannabis cocktails conversation. We got about we got about good 5-6 minutes left.
Got the tip for
So
the
I'm
day.
about to know
The money tip.
over J Lit Big Money.
So
And I'm
while
bring
we-
it back here for another question for
While we waiting for the bananas, okay,
Oh, there it
we
is.
getting it ready. I'm gonna give y'all the big money tip for the night, brought to you by Saucy Farms and Extracts.
Shout out to Saucy Ford and Strax. Hey!
So,
Saucy drill.
So a viewer, which was interesting, a viewer hit me up on the inbox and asked me, they asked me what should they do with the emergency fund, like the emergency stash. And I'm not a financial advisor. Disclaimer, y'all know I gotta throw that in there. But no, so what should you do with the emergency fund? And I give it the best advice because there's really a lot of things you can do, whether you want to keep cash for, your rainy day or your emergency day, or whether you want to just whatever you need. But if you're away and you need to access, your emergency fund for whatever it is, they have high yielding savings accounts, which pay more interest than a normal savings account. But it's still, you don't see shit, but again, it's an emergency fund. So they also have stocks. If you're a little riskier, you can put them in stocks, as well as crypto. Me personally, I do mine in crypto, so because I can access the money from anywhere in the world. And so it's really, your decision, how you feel comfortable. So that's my advice. That's my answer. What you should do with the emergency fund. So that is your big money tip for the night, brought to you by Saucy Farms and Extracts.
Saucy.
Shout out to Saucy. You're live with the Cannabis Cocktails conversation. The lime and the bananas has got here. Now, Joey Joe, from Hustling Smoke. Once we do this lime and banana, good question while we almost closing out here. Let me do my on spring.
Gotta get better than that, man.
Can I switch to?
It's like let us up.
I'm cool.
Yo,
We all did last
I'm all the
week.
way
Listen,
cool, bro.
listen,
I'm all the way
Bro,
cool.
Hey,
try it.
hey,
Joe,
we all did it last week. Trust me, man. Hey, John is. I'll try with you, man. We all.
Yeah, we are.
I'll take
There
one
you go,
first.
boss, man. You want
You
to take
make
one
them more
first? He said.
comfortable, man.
I'll take one as well.
Like, do y'all see the grimace in my face?
Yeah, we see it.
Everybody see
it.
Go ahead, let me yeah, you can swing one this way.
Yeah, good. Everybody get one.
Yeah.
Get one too.
I'll take it.
Y'all willing to try that, but they willing to try
Y'all
that.
seen OG steak?
You want one? You want one? Okay, Joey, you want Joey?
OG be over there sucking on a banana.
Banana Soul Wine Shots, man. Brought to you by my guys out there in Washington. Shout my guy Billy out there in Washington, man. Hey, my bro out there, man, doing hard out there. Shout out to y'all, man.
Salt Banana Lime Challenge. Don't forget,
Send
man.
y'all pictures.
Banana Salt Lime.
Oh,
Post
baby.
y'all
Pictures.
videos on Cannabis Cocktails Conversations on IG, Facebook, or get us on our
Post
page.
egg challenge too.
Banana Salt Lime
You
Challenge.
motherfuckers scared to do it.
Here we
Post
go.
egg
We
challenge
bad.
too.
Not too
Put that
bad.
right here.
Hey, cut that man, New York, man. In the Bronx, man. Cut that, man.
Wow.
You're from back home. What is he
Don't
doing?
throw that shit if you ain't want to do that.
So, Joey Joe.
He been
I got the salt.
Joey Joe.
First motherfucker eat these nasty ass.
Joey Joe. How it taste, man? How it taste?
Wow.
Joey.
Hold on. How it taste, Joey Joe?
Hey, look.
Oh my goodness.
I have no comment.
So, we about
don't even matter.
we about 2.5, 3 minutes left. Let me ask you a question, real fast, Joey Joe.
I live.
What is one experience in life that without it you would not be who you are today? What is one experience in life that without it you would not be who you are today? We got 2 minutes.
I mean, I don't know.
Close it out.
Think about it.
You know? Let them know where they can find you and all that in the closing.
After this question, go ahead.
Man, I mean, honestly, I want to say one thing that I definitely reflect on, and I guess I could say I hold dearest to me is when I had got my my graduation for the 8th grade. Just I remember that time juggling a lot of thoughts. You know, the older I got, you know, a lot of different forces was in my head. So like school was like the farthest from it, and like I remember having that one teacher that always like, you know, held it down or whatever. And, you know, I got through it. So I guess that's definitely one thing that I could say without, I probably wouldn't be here now. I probably wouldn't have passed the 8th grade.
So the viewers, they can find you at, man.
Yeah,
on
so
the handles.
once again, thank you so much, fellas. I enjoyed this. The panel is crazy, man. The energy is crazy on this end. Like, and if you want to find me, I'm on Instagram, joey.com. That's joey.com in Spanish.
Spell
I
out
am
for
Joey.
him, man. Spell out for us.
Joey.
He called me Puto. I heard you niggas.
JoeyPuntocom. And I do my hustle and smoke joint every Thursday. Tap in, man. You know, I hope to definitely do business or whatever with you guys in the future. And I hope this is starting something new, man.
What time?
That's how you go live on Thursday.
Oh yeah, so usually I go 6:30. Instagram live. Joey.com. JoeyPuntocom.
Is that Eastern or Pacific?
That's Pacific time always, and the Eastern time is always 10:30. Yeah, that's all I have on this end.
You're allowed to the Cannabis Cocktails Conversations. Thank you again, viewers. Thank you all. Tonight's show is brought to you by the Suavecito Bar and Grill, 217 Northwest 2nd Avenue. It's the hottest Latin bar in downtown Portland. Thank you all for tuning in with us for another episode. Tune in next week. Watch us live on here on Cannabis Cocktails Conversations. Thank you. We love you. Nami for Saha way.
Thank you, viewers.
Peace.
We love y'all.
We love you.
Thank you, viewers.
We got take it
Appreciate you.
off.
Next week, baby. Cannabis Cocktails Conversation. Hey.